everyone, it's Arlo here. Today on Animal Fact Friday, we will be looking at the avian family, specifically the crow family. The common crow, also known as the American crow, is today's topic. Like usual, we'll start with their behavior and diet. The American crow is highly cunning, deeply social, and incredibly adaptive birds. They can remember specific human faces for years and can recognize those who treat them well or pose a threat. Crows often hang out in family groups consisting of a breeding pair and offspring from the current year and previous years. They view humans through strategic risk-reward calculations, recognize individual faces, and will remember those who have harmed or threatened them, potentially holding grudges for years. Conversely, they can become friendly, trusting neighbors if rewarded with food. If a crow is harassed or trapped by a human, it will scold the person and alert the flock. The flock learns the face of the threat and may dive bomb, mob, or harass that specific person. This knowledge is even passed down to their offspring. While crows usually remain cautious and prefer to keep a safe distance, some less nervous birds may observe you or casually follow you on daily walks. Younger crows, in particular, may carry and drop shiny objects or trinkets, a behavior humans sometimes mistakenly interpret as gifts. Crows practice cooperative breeding, which means yearlings and subadults, offspring from previous years, remain with their parents for up to 5 years. These helpers actively assist the breeding pair in defending territory, building nests, incubating eggs, and feeding fledglings. Now that we've gotten the behavior part out of the way, next we'll be moving on to the diet part. The American crow are omnivores and opportunistic. They eat almost anything, including insects, worms, seeds, fruits, eggs, and human scraps. Now that will be all for the behavior and diet portion of this video. Next, we move on to the mating portion. Crows lack external genitalia. Instead, both genders possess an internal reproductive tract opening called a cloaca. Mating involves a brief 1 to 15-second process called the cloacal kiss, where the pair briefly touches their openings together to transfer sperm. While pairs mate for life, studies show about 19% to 48% of offspring in a given clutch may be sired by an outside male, a tactic that increases genetic diversity. Mating season generally occurs from February through June. Peak breeding and egg laying takes place between mid-April and May. Now that the mating portion is done with, we will be moving on to the baby portion. The eggs hatch after about 16 to 18 days of incubation, weighing only about an ounce. During this vulnerable stage, they stay in the nest for 20 to 40 days before they become fledglings. Once they fledge, they often spend a few days on the ground exercising their wings, while being closely watched by their family. Juvenile crows will often stick around to help their parents build nests and feed younger siblings. That will be it for the baby portion of this video. The next portion we'll cover is the habitat portion. Because the American crow are among nature's most adaptable survivors, their habitats are from the Pacific to the Atlantic, across Canada, the United States, and into northern Mexico. They thrive in semi-open habitats that combine trees for perching with open areas for foraging. They are ubiquitous across farmlands, woodlands, and urban environments like city parks, cemeteries, and neighborhoods. Well, that will be all for the habitat portion. Next, we move into the population portion of this video. The global population of the American crow is estimated to be between 27 and 31 million breeding birds. Despite significant population losses from the West Nile virus since 1999, the species has maintained a stable to increase trend due to its high adaptability to human-modified landscapes and urban environments. That will be all for the population portion of this video. The next portion is the vocalization portion. They caw, they rattle or click, they make something called the subsong, and they even can mimic human speech.
Hello.
Will be all for the vocalization portion. The next portion is the other facts portion. The American crow can live in the wild for 7 to 8 years in the wild on average, though some can survive up to 15 years. Crows are among the most intelligent animals in the world. They use tools such as bending twigs to extract insects from holes or dropping hard nuts and shellfish onto concrete to crack them open. They can solve puzzles, plan for the future, and even imitate human voices, whistles, and the sounds of other animals. During the winter, crows gather in massive congregations at night, sometimes numbering in the thousands to stay warm and share information about food sources. While foraging groups will frequently post sentinels in high up places to watch for danger and alert the rest of the flock. A group of crows is called a murder. When predators like an owl or hawk enters their territory, crows will gather to noisily harass and dive bomb the threat until it leaves the area. This act is called mobbing. To foster a peaceful or even friendly relationship with your local murder of crows, follow these simple etiquette rules. Be predictable, feed them at the same time each day using a consistent routine, keep your distance, toss food from a few feet away, and allow them to approach on their own terms. Never attempt to capture or corner them. Avoid fast movements. Sudden motions and loud noises are seen as unpredictable threats. Protect fledglings. During spring and early summer, fledglings will leave the nest before they can fly well. Be highly observant of the ground, as adult crows will aggressively dive bomb humans and pets if they feel their babies are in danger. Crows express love and affection through soft throat rattles, gentle cooing sounds, and affectionate body language like fluffing their feathers. Rather than their standard loud caws, they use quiet clicks and soft dinosaur like vocalizations with their mates or trusted human friends. Sometimes they even mimic the exact phrase, I love you. That will be it for the other facts portion of this video, and with it wraps up the video entirely. If you enjoyed this, stick around for next week's installment of Animal Fact Friday, or even go check out some of my other videos. Well, I'll see you all in the next video, and with that, Arlo out.